guys, it's Leo. Welcome to Get Loud Radio Lounge. I'm here at Bar 404, and I'm having the pleasure of interviewing BRÜHA. Thank you guys so much for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Of course, can you guys go around and just say your name and what you guys play?
Hi, I'm Christian Olsen. I play bass in the band.
My name is Fabian Guerrero, and I play guitar and I sing.
My name's Nic. I play drums.
My name is Max, and I play lead guitar.
Awesome. Thanks for being here, guys.
Thank you.
Are you guys all from Denver or all born and raised here?
So us three are family members. It's my cousin. It's my little brother.
Nice.
This is shockingly not related.
Yeah, it's our cousin brother / friend.
I'm the weird uncle who'll show up.
But we all grew up in Denver. We're all very proud to be from Denver. Recently I did a prank that we're leaving Denver. And that did not go well.
I think I actually saw that. It was an April Fool's prank, right?
Yeah. That was the worst April Fool's prank. Because I was getting texts like, congratulations. And I was like, I'm sorry.
It was sending the wrong message.
Everyone thought I was quitting at work. So it wasn't the best idea. But no, we're from Denver. We're proudly from Denver. And we will always be in Denver.
Nice. Do you have any Denver recs for like food? Specifically,
You asked the wrong question because every time I go rambling about food. Cosmo's Pizza, if you're watching this, please sponsor us. I eat the Maverick Pizza a lot. If we could change that name to the BRÜHA, I would appreciate it. But Cosmo's Pizza is definitely my favorite thing here in Denver.
What does the Maverick have on it? I'm so curious.
Oh, don't get me started. Don't get me started, girl.
It's the wrong question.
It's just a pepperoni pizza, but they have like cream cheese on there and some jalapenos and bacon, and it just hits. It hits the spot every time. And they have their spicy ranch, and I'm getting really passionate about this because I care.
Cream cheese is quite a pull for pizza, I will say.
It's a great pull, though. It really brings it all together.
Amen. Any other besides Cosmos?
You guys?
Not really. Cosmos is really good.
Yeah.
Cosmos Pizza, please sponsor them.
Eternal Flavors, that bakery.
Oh, it's so good.
Amazing cakes. Me and my girlfriend get those all the time. We just go get slices, get
It's so
that,
good. My parents will go and they'll like go like on a date and they'll get like a slice of cake.
Yeah, we eat a lot in this group.
Yeah.
It's mainly just playing music and eating, so.
Anything's pretty good.
Yeah, anything is good.
Honestly, your guys' slogan, playing music and eating.
Playing music and eating.
We're so quirky.
Okay, so how would you describe like surf coastal indie sound to maybe someone who wouldn't know what that is off hearing it?
Yeah. Okay, so surf, I guess our genre, there's a big genre in like Southern California called surf punk, right? So that's pretty much what inspired the whole project. And it's just very fast, it's punky, but it still has that like coastal sound. And you just feel like you're at the beach with your friends, even though you live in Denver, Colorado, you know? So it's still, that's what I'm trying to bring, or like, that's like what the whole group is trying to bring, you know? Like just that whole, just a vibe with your friends, you know? It's just a good vibe. And it makes you want to be on the beach.
Has there been a beach trip as a group yet?
Many beach trips. Yeah, when we go on tour. Last time we stopped in San Diego, Ocean Beach. Shout out Ocean Beach. We hung out there for a couple hours, and then we had a show, and we had like sand all over our underwear, and you know, sand where we didn't want to find it, you know. But yes, we love beaches.
Fun. Yeah,
I get very excited on beaches.
And we're in the wrong city for beaches, so
Yeah.
like whenever we go and like, you know, get on a beach, it's like that much more special because it means we're doing something, you know.
Yeah, like you're on the road together.
Yeah.
And that's
Is
the
that-
dream, isn't it?
It
Is
is the
that
dream.
fun, like going on tour?
No, I hate it.
No. Is there anything like stressful about it?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Talk us through that.
Yeah, so, you know, everything is a time-based thing, you know. Obviously, it's very fun. I love to be on the road. But at the same time, being in the same van as my brother for 2 weeks straight is not the funnest thing sometimes, you know. No offense.
I'm not even that bad.
No, I'm the bad one. But yeah, it gets stressful. Sometimes like when we have like little one-off shows, like we'll fly. And this time in December, we flew to New York. but our flights kept getting canceled and canceled and canceled. And we had to fly to Philadelphia and drive to New York, and we made it 10 minutes before our set time. So that was stressful,
Under the
but
wire.
at the end of the day, it's part of the show, and it's rock and roll. You know, what is traveling without a good story?
Amen, honestly. So do you guys have any, since you're all from Denver, any local Denver bands that really influence your specific sound or your style or just your artistic process?
I couldn't tell you that a Denver band has inspired me to make something, but what inspires me is to make Denver like the next big thing, you know?
Talk more on that.
So I guess my vision for BRÜHA when I first started it was just a solo project. But after having like my family members join and Christian join, it was really cool to see like this little community we were building. And it kind of reminded me of like what was in Seattle before Nirvana or Alice in Chains, you know, just that whole grunge scene, you know. So my big goal and all of our like collective big goal is to bring up other bands in Denver and to make it a spot that it's memorable for the people, you know.
What a lovely mission. I'm sure all the Denver artists out there
I hope so.
are agreeing with you.
I like to call myself the mayor of Denver. Hopefully one day I'll run for office.
He's an unelected official right now.
I think my favorite Denver bands, I love Manny.
Oh, I love
We went
Manny.
on tour with them.
Yeah, shout out,
Great
man.
people. Clementine, they're really good. I just saw their lead singer just left the band, so we'll see what happens with that. But I love listening to their music. So shout out Clementine, shout out Manny.
Obsidianos.
Oh, yeah, Obsidianos. Just all our homeboys. Shout out all the homeboys.
Nice, awesome. How about outside of music? What influences your guys' creative process outside of that?
Ooh, have you ever heard of the Going Ons?
I have not.
Do you know
no.
what the Going Ons
I don't.
are?
Explain.
So when you go outside, you don't have any headphones, you're not looking at your phone, you're just kind of seeing people live their lives. That's the Going Ons. So, you know, when you say what's going on, that's what's going on.
It's just the goings
you know?
on.
So I like to take walks and kind of just see life for what it is. And, you know, sometimes it could be bad. Sometimes it can be really good. Sometimes it's sad. But the going ons is what pretty much inspires me, like just to create and work. I hate working. So recently I've been writing a lot about hating my job and hopefully taking that next step to live the life that we all want to live.
I think it can be really hard to be an artist in these goings on, especially I think recently,
God.
the past few years. How do you manage that with your music, outside of music?
It's definitely a struggle, you know, because it's hard. It's hard to watch the world in such a bad place and, you know, still want to create something. And it just feels like a very weird contrast. But, you know, I feel like it's important to try to help yourself stay happy and try to, you know, just feel good personally, you know, rather than you can look out in the world and it's just a mess, you know. But at the end of the day, all you have is yourself. And, you know, for me, it's just me and my guitar. So I can just forget about the problems for a little while, you know.
And the problems come back. And
And then
it's
the
like,
problems
great.
come back the next day.
But I do think it's a really big privilege we have to, you know, especially given, you know, the state of the world now, to sort of be able to like have the opportunity to create our art and like, you know, take it around the country and whatnot. And it's like, it's not something I take for granted. Like, I feel like it's like, you know, we're at a very delicate time in history for, you know, a number of reasons. And so being able to be like an artist at that point, I think is a very unique thing because we can speak on our own unique experiences with that and everyone's going to interpret it in their own way. So like, I always like to try and take a step back and think like, you know, here we are, here's the world, what are we doing, and like, how are we existing within it? And sort of like, just keeping that as a guiding principle for something that's helped me personally. Because again, it's hard sometimes, you know, when I read the news and then, you know, I can go and like play music with like my friends and like, it's great and it's awesome. And then, you know, the world is the way it is. So it's sometimes a bit of a contrast. And I think like in our music, you know, there's a bit of that happy, sad contrast as well. So like, it translates in a way. Everything is influenced by its environment and we're in no exception. So.
Great,
said.
great answers. I have a question. What do you guys hope young Latino artists take away from your music? And just your guys' band as a whole?
To follow your dreams, because, you know, growing up, I didn't see much bands or, you know, anybody in the arts, at least from a young age, like seeing a person that looked like me doing it, you know, just like a little brown kid. And I went to a show, and it was Cuco, and that was the first time I saw like a Latino on stage, and I was like, I could do it too, you know. And here we are, 7 years later, rocking and rolling around the country, you know. So it's cool to. I hope BRÜHA, for me, like, I hope that one day it'll inspire another kid to start his own band and pursue something that he wants to do in his life, and it doesn't just have to be a certain way because of the way we're raised or who we grow up in and like what our culture is or whatever, you know. So it's definitely a cool and unique experience, especially with like our parents, like they're straight from Mexico, so it's like cool to see that. Like, it's cool to do that for them, because at first, like, it wasn't a supported decision, but it was a persistent decision. So over time they like learned to appreciate the hard work, because at the end of the day, it is all hard work and how much you want to put into it. And that's something like that I'm very passionate about. But yeah, you know, I just hope to inspire the next person.
100%. That's really awesome. Can you guys tell me about a time when it maybe felt a little bit too hard to keep making music? It was really seeming like the end, and how you kept going?
Yeah. So when we came back from tour, we were very ambitious. That's a big thing with this group, is that we're all very ambitious in our goals and what we want for ourselves. So when we got back from the road, we were on the road for like 2 weeks, you know, just very close quarters. We got back and we're like, let's just keep pushing. Like, let's just keep going. And all that steam, you know, we're just around each other like 24/7. So we started really clashing and like just not figuring the vibe we wanted to have. But I guess that's my experience. I don't know what you guys, what was.
Yeah, it was just, I mean, honestly, that 2-week tour, it's like not that long compared to like other bigger bands. But, you know, it was our first time being so close to each other, like every day. And I had a great time. It was like one of my favorite memories, this tour. It was a great time. But yeah, you definitely need time to like just unwind, have time to yourself. I think that's important to all of us. So
Yeah, and then like that whole experience is like the reason we wrote our last EP. Our last EP was titled Growing Pains. And at the point when we came back from tour, we like started realizing like, oh, like this is a real, like this could actually happen, you know? So we started writing songs, and all the premise of these last songs are growing up and like trying to realize your feelings and your emotions while trying to balance that with a normal life, you know. So we titled the whole the project Growing Pains, and we feel like that point in our period of like coming back was a growing pain, and now we're back stronger than it feels like ever, you know. So
Almost like you guys had to go through that.
yeah,
and we wouldn't have felt that way without that experience, you know.
Exactly.
It's like, you know, when we have a difficult time, you know, when it's personalities clashing for good reason, because we're all, you know, passionate about it in our own way. It's like that really makes you appreciate what you have. And I think Growing Pains in that way is like, oh, you know, we're growing up, we're changing, but what makes us us is what makes us us, and that's special. And it's like, you know, you have to balance keeping you while also moving forward. And I think with that project and like sort of what going forward, that's like the ethos we definitely have.
yeah.
That's awesome. Speaking of growing up, guys, where do you guys see BRÜHA heading in the next 5 years, 10 years?
Moon.
Amen.
To the
Space
moon.
travel.
Space.
We want to be the first band to perform on the moon.
We definitely want this to be like our lives, you know. At least me personally, like all I could ever think of, like when I'm at work, is like, man, it'd be so cool just to wake up and do music one day. You know, I always make a joke. I'm like, I'm gonna go work a little quick 8-hour shift, and then we'll keep rocking. You know, but it definitely gets tiring. It can be a struggle, but at the end of the day, like we're all here to work towards this goal. And I can't wait for the day like where we're like on the road 24/7, you know, like every day. Maybe not. No, that's crazy.
Really dislike each other.
Maybe not. No, like having my own crib, like by the beach or in the mountains, and have my studio, and I can just wake up and be like, I'm just gonna make music today, you know. So that's definitely like the goal. But you know, seeing the world too. I think the world is has a lot to offer, you know, and just seeing it on a little screen doesn't do it justice. So, and I hope we can share our music well, traveling the world.
Yeah. I think just getting to a point of like being able to support yourself and, you know, having it work, be balanced with everything else going on in my life is, you know, I'm always trying to like work on finding that balance. So, yeah, that's the goal, supporting myself with it. So
I like this goal, guys. I'm liking it. Okay, I have one more question for you all.
Sure.
Could everyone go around and tell me a 10 out of 10 album for you personally?
Okay.
I mean, first thing that comes to mind is What's Going On, Marvin Gaye. You know, I'm a bass player, so I'm biased, but, you know, anything in that soul motone genre is going to be great. There's some great bass playing on the album, but more importantly, the messaging continues to remain relevant. I mean, it's unfortunate that the messaging remains relevant, but, you know, given the times we live in, it's good to know that people have gone through the same things we have. And then in terms of the structure, the whole album being one continuous song, I think was really, really noteworthy. When I listen to it, it really transports me to a different place.
For me, it's Magnum Opus by Mexican Slum Rats. That's the record that inspired me to play guitar the way I play guitar. And that's the record that inspired this project. So I'll always have that record in my heart and all those songs.
An album for me, I'd say, is Nirvana's Live in New York on MTV. I think that changed the way that I kind of perceive my style of playing. How Dave Grohl can go from something so like feisty and fast to kind of like mellow and keeping it chill. And I think it just like shows that like simplicity can speak so much more than all the complexity sometimes.
I have a lot of favorite albums, but like the first thing that comes to mind, I love Magnum Opus. That's more of a recent thing. I guess Pinkerton from Weezer. I think Rivers Cuomo is like one of my favorite songwriters. So that's just what I grew up on. Yeah. I think it's cool how they went from the Blue Album being like perfectly produced to like a self-produced, like kind of finding themselves in the music, you know? So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here. It was awesome talking to you guys.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys next time.